Hey Clashers, it's World Championship, which means we have a crazy match on our hands. It is ET Exports versus ITP Team. Whoever is going to win this is going to stay in the upper bracket. The loser is going down in the lower bracket and has to somehow try to fight back for the golden ticket for the World Championship. We have our first attack in. We have a Queen Charge Dragon Rider attack. I love it. We have not seen one of those in quite some time, so that's always nice. Oh, I already thought that he missed the lightnings right there, but he did not, which is nice, which is really nice. But can Kingsman push this through? It's a diamond-shaped base, which we don't see that often anymore because, I mean, let's be real. Normally, we only see those box bases at this stage of the competition. Other bases are kind of rare, but take a look at that damage from those raged-up ground explodes. That's quite a lot of damage. For the Queen, especially those Queen charges are getting harder and harder on the town of 15. What is the Eagle doing? What? The Eagle shot nothing. Why? Okay, I'm confused, but it's fine. I think Kingsman is quite happy right now about that. So there's one Eagle shot less. Trying to turn things invisible, so the Queen is stepping back to the left side, and that's exactly what she is doing. She needs to stay on that side now so he can wall break her in and then have another wall break, most likely leading his Queen into that scattershot compartment. There is some sound issues. Just remember quickly that this is a race stream kind of like of the official broadcast, right? Like this is a clean feed, you can see it right there. So if there's any issues with like the quality of the picture of the gameplay whatsoever, that's not on me, okay? That's not on me. You can't blame me for that. But we have those Dragon and Dragon Riders diving in from the top side. I was expecting them to come in from the right side, to be honest, but maybe he just wants to get that Eagle out of the way right away. With the Queen staying alive, buried. He needs to use the Queen ability as he's approaching that defending Queen. The wall break is happening exactly as we were expecting. Those Dragon Riders, they are not coming in from the right side as expected, because now we have them facing that sweeper setup, which is actually two sweepers pointing that way, which is not going to be an easy thing at all. Royal Champion trying her best to support everything, but where are the headhunters? Kingsman, where are those headhunters to take down the defending Royal Champion? There's the King now doing so, but the time is ticking. Royal Champion ability is not there anymore. He can use a freeze to wherever he wants to place it, but there is more ground skeletons coming up. The Queen is stuck inside that compartment, which is not good news for him, and this might be a high percentage time fail in the first attack already for ETX Esports. And if you're not really into this entire pro scene, ETX Esports is formerly known as MS Esports and finished third in the last year in the World Championship. So they're quite good, which is, well, 4% short in just this one. ITP team is in next, and they're starting off with the Queen Charge as well, but no Dragon Riders to follow things up. But instead, we have a Lalo, and he's starting things really aggressive into that compartment right in front of that Eagle. Not the Eagle, the Town Hall, that's what I mean. We have some issues, hopefully. Okay, we're back. Everything is good. That's nice. Hopefully the player is having no issue. If the player camera is nice for broadcast, then you can see it down below in the corner. That's why I'm up here a little bit in the corner as well, to make sure that we have the opportunity to have the face cam down below. But it seems like that the player is having quite some internet problems, so that's my guess why we don't see the player camera. Overall, everyone has to have this integrity camera on, but if the quality is just not good enough for the broadcast, that's why we can't see it. On this one so far though, the quality of the attack is amazing, because the Queen was really easy to push through that monolith compartment in front of the Town Hall. As we said, we have now King and the Royal Champion pushing around that right side. A nice poison, keeping those heroes a bit more healthy than you might expect. But wait a second. That Slammer opening up the wall, that is massive maybe for that Queen. What is going on? Come on. Come on. Hopefully he's not getting a disconnect. I don't want to jinx it, but let's just hope that everything is alright with this connection right there. But the Lalo starting off the top side. The Dragon Rider is struggling quite a bit versus that Scatter, but it's tanking it as well really nicely. The sweepers are pointing really into that Lalo direction, which is not making this any easier. Now take a look at that Queen. That Queen is losing so quickly hit points. It is insane. how much of a game changer that rage on defense is. The queen was able to stay alive for a couple of seconds. There's another rage, but no! The rage was too late. And because of that, the queen going down, all of those loons are not pathing towards that multi-inferno tower. And with that being said, we have another defense in our hands, though. It's not going to be a 3-star. That's the good news for ETX Esports. But the good news as well is at least that, well, it's a lower percentage, so they might be still quite happy with that type of defense. It's now back to ETX Esports again to get their first 3-star on the board. But let's see what strategy that is going to be. Tryhard is in, and we have a queen charge with the dragons, with one Electro Dragon and a recall spell. Let's go, Tryhard. What can you show to us? We have the queen charge for the town hall. I mean, that's safe to say, right? That's quite safe to say. We have as well a little bit of action at the bottom side already with wall breaks. That would be my guess what the queen is getting a recall to. He's losing the queen ability, though, really early on. This is not something you would want to see. But that queen is still having a long way for their town hall. Now, finally looking onto it, but there's just so much damage. Wait. Is she going to survive? Yes, she is. She's not picking up the elephants just yet. He's recalling it. That's a safe, that's a really good decision. But this means, obviously, that the elephants are going to stay alive, and those elephants are quite important for a dragon attack. So not getting one of those is not what he was hoping for. He has one more rage. Yes, I guess he wants to only use one more rage for that queen, because he will need quite a few of those rages for those dragons. Sweepers are looking good for him. But the question now is, can those dragons be powerful enough to push through? We have the clan castle. I guess there's going to be more ice golems in or a lava hound, one of those, because the clan castle for us not getting lured. There's the first rage as well on the dragons, as we said it. And there's now one more rage left to be placed. Is he going to play it for the queen? Because, nope, for the dragons. But that queen, he needs to play the headhunter. Where's the spotting? Try hard. Where is your headhunter? Queen is getting turned into the phoenix, because he had the phoenix, surprisingly enough, on that queen. But now the king down there is taking over. And what is happening? What is happening with those connections right here? Let's hope that none of the players have any issues. But those dragons just disappear. We know that the level for dragons right now is... there is no new level for dragons on Town of 15. And they can really see that in their power. And we see that Royal Champ is not getting anywhere. Another Black Mine taking down that Warden. And both teams are starting off with those 2-stars. And they're staying as well with this 2-star streak. Again, ETX Esports is having a lot of higher percentage. It seems like this king should get quite a few more. But a 3-star, that's not on the menu, at least for now. Not using the headhunter for that king downside, like protecting his queen, really cost him. I feel like otherwise this queen maybe could have finished this base together with that king. But this means, again, it's a high percentage. Not the 3-star they're looking for, though. But now back to ITP team. They need to somehow get the first 3-star in to pressure the other side then. Would that happen? Let's see. It's going to be a 96, so really solid percentage. But the 3-star, this is what the pros are coming for. So let's wait for that. ITP is in, and we have a Zap Titan attack. Okay, let's see how that's going to work out for the ITP team. Can they get the first 3-star on the board? We have the lightnings hitting hard, but that monolith is going to stay far away, which is one of the hardest, or like one of the most significant defenses to try to defend this exact strategy. So, one walk so far looking strong, and it seems like he's not going for the flame flinger. This is normally what makes this strategy so strong, that you can really enable your siege machine. But right now he has the siege barracks selected, which is quite surprising. And why is he not playing the queen? Like, the queen could be already played, and there we go. There's the queen. Is he going to stay with that siege machine? It seems like a yes. And there we go. Ice Golem is getting spring trapped away. Now more healers are coming in. There's the jump spell. He needs to be careful. The sweeper is pawning against his healers. He needs to make sure that he is keeping as many titans alive as possible going into that tunnel compartment, because take a look at that. There's just so much damage. There's the freeze. Nicely done. The ice golems are going to keep him busy for quite some time, though, and that single Inferno Tower is not going to make things any better. The Ice Golem, though, what a genius move. You saw that he delayed the Ice Golem just to make sure that the Ice Golem is getting all the way into the core to make sure that defending Monolith is not going to be a big difference maker. The vulnerability is great. The rage as well, keeping all of those healers raged up. But the question now is, can he get that Town Hall? Can he get the 3-star in the end? Those Hog Riders are trying their best. The Hog Riders are joining forces with that Royal Champion together. The King is tanking still nicely on the outside. He has 2 more Hog Riders to play, but wait a second. The Town Hall has to go down. There's now Giant Bombs. The Queen is not targeting that Town Hall. Is this going to be a 1-star? That's the big question. Is this going to be a 1-star? It looks like that. He needs to make sure that he's protecting this Royal Champion at all costs. He has the Royal Champion ability, and he has a Headhunter to defend that King somehow. Maybe, who knows? But maybe the Warden, with that Royal Champion together, can take it out. We have to see and wait. There is no Diggy anymore, it looks like. No Diggy left. Ooh, this will be rough. This will be really rough. When is he going to use the Royal Champion ability? Now? I think now is a good time. That's exactly what he does. But nothing is going for the... Oh, no. No. We can see his reaction already. He's not happy. This is not going to be a 3-star. It's going to be not a 2-star. It's not going to be anything like that. Instead, it's going to be a 1-star. And with that, we have the lead for ETX Esports. Not as we were expecting with a 3-star, but instead insane defense. And it looks like this is the name of the game. I mean, the tournament hit rate so far, within the first couple of matches, we're like around 20% success rate, which is not as high. Can we see the first 3-star of this match? That is the question. We have a Lalo attack on our hands. Imyolin is in with the double invisibility spell around that Town Hall. He's starting with Sneaky Goblins. Okay. He's having 12 more Sneaky Goblins in his army camps. He needs 1 more to take down this top elixir storage. Around the Town Hall, there's not as many resource buildings, but first he still needs to make sure that he's getting towards that Town Hall. We have a lot of ground skeletons around the bottom side taking on that Flame Finger. Now the question is, can he deal enough damage to get his Sneaky Goblins all the way towards that Town Hall? He has a lot of Sneaky Goblins left. The Clan Cast is lured as well to make sure that the Royal Champion is taking down more defenses around this left side. We have a couple of X-bows set on that side. They are set to air because the reason is why we have normally no air X-bows is because you have the Rage Tower in between the Inferno Towers, right? And that's enough defense versus air already. But this is really heavily trying to focus on defending the star around the tunnel with a double invisibility tower, which is a really huge investment right there. And this means on the other side he needs more air targeting defenses because the Inferno Towers are not hitting as hard. And that's why he has the 2 air X-bows. Not the biggest fan, and let's see if Imyolin can make him pay for that, because this attack so far is looking amazing. Vulnerability early on, Headhunters are in. They're chasing that defending Queen. It should be... Yep, the Queen should go down. Yes, it is. There's the freeze now. There's the haste. The scatter's already down. And this is looking like a crushed base. Or can those invisibility towers do anything again, like defend anything? I'm not sure if this was the best choice from the ITP team to use that double invisibility tower. Because as we said, Lalo right now, the only and the main reason why it's not as strong, that's right, it is because of the Rage Tower, Inferno Tower setup on those box spaces. And if you invest all of those spell towers on the other side, that's right, no big surprise, it is not as strong anymore to defend Lalo. And Imyolin did an excellent job of making that base really suffer due to that fact. We can see him celebrate already. Fist up, knowing that it's going to be a 3-star, and this means ETX Esports is having a massive lead already. Only ITP team get the first 3-star on the board, otherwise this is looking quite rough. ITP lore is in, and we have a Queen Charge Lalo on our hands. Okay, we can see them sitting together, trying their best to crawl back into this match after the 1-star. And you can see as well, again, we're switched to all ground X-bows because on the far side, like on the opposite side of the Town Hall, we see this triple Inferno Tower setup with a Rage Tower in the middle. Even versus dragons, Electro Dragons, you could name whatever, you're going to have enough air targeting power to take whatever down. Like, you can take down a Lalo on that side with that, you can take down a dragon, regular dragon part, it does not matter. You can take all of that down with this setup, and this is why you can use then ground expos, because they are just so much stronger versus, for example, queen charges, versus, for example, the heroes in general. And this is why this setup is just so popular. I mean, you can see, whenever you're seeing box bases, normally this is the common setup. You have one spare tower, a lot of times the invisibility tower, next to the town hall, and then you have the rage tower on the other side, covering at least two multi-inferno towers to make sure that you get the value right. Right now we see a nice queen charge. That invisibility tower just went down way too late. And wait a second, we have a queen warden charge. What is going on over there? He added the warden a little bit later. The reason for that is because he wants to make sure that the town hall is not attacking his warden. This could cause the healers to switch to the warden, and that's not what you want to have. So he wanted to make sure that that's not the case. We have now the Goku Dunes coming in, wall breaks are happening, and he's trying to somehow avoid this setup of all of those Inferno Towers. We have another Rage, and take a look at that. He opened pretty much everything. He can reach now into all of those Inferno Towers, and this looks amazing. What is this charge? This is incredible. He can reach every single Inferno Tower from this compartment now. Where's the queen going next? The queen is even going around. This side of the base is open. Now the only thing is he needs to make sure that Lalo is quick enough. He needs to add the headhunters on the right side. Come on, something call him. The headhunter on the right side. There we go. Headhunters are in. Minions are in as well to tank. Lalo is in from the top side. The warden as well. Nicely added to the queen earlier because, well, it just gives you more damage output, right? Like, the warden is doing a great job. And take a look at that. This had to be one of the coolest attacks we have seen so far in this tournament. Just the idea. He can swag a rage and an invisibility tower in a tournament where we have seen roughly a 20% success rate with 3 stars. That was a crazy cool plan, and this means ITP team is back in this. Cynthia is in, and we have for sure the mass hog riders, but he has it. Okay, he has a Yeti in there, he has an Electro Dragon in there, he's having a poison, which means he's not going for a Skelly Donut. Now, what is this base? This is looking like a really weird looking base with a clan castle on the outside. What a weird setup with a lot of archers on that side. The Electro Dragon chains are amazing right there. Now the question is, does he get all of the value he's looking for? I mean, so far it looks great. The Electro Dragon is going to activate that town hall for sure. He's trying, take a look at those barbarians. He's tanking for the siege machine, making sure that Flame Flinger is staying healthy. And take a look at that, it's looking amazing. The E-Dragon is going to trigger early on that town hall, or like more like the invisibility tower behind the town hall. But he needs to get that town hall. He's having a couple of issues there. He has the queen ability whenever he needs to use it, and there we go. What a great plan. The E-Dragon was quite expensive, but the plan was to activate that invisibility tower to make sure that he does not need to invest any spells for that. Genius plan, classic Cynthia. I mean, there's not too many players who have as crazy of a base identification eye for those things. It's just impressive. And now those Hog Riders. Hog Riders are in Rage Tower early on, surprising enough, to make sure they're getting quickly into all of the damage. Oh no, the scatter shot once. The scatter did one shot. There's the heal spells everywhere. He's kind of overlapping them as well a little bit to make sure they're stacking. Another freeze for the raged up scatter. And this is not looking too bad. We have that Flame Flinger now unleashing more troops into the base. Are there more Hog Riders? Yes, there are. He could have froze the Expo as well, but that should be alright maybe. Royal Champ still having her ability. This should be another 3-star on the board. ETX Esports woke up and they have chose to just keep... Okay. Nice celebration right there. We have to give him that. And what a plan that was. Amazing plan. Now that being said, we have now ETX Esports keeping their lead at least, and ITP needs to step up. ITP team, and they're in again with another queen charge. Are they going to do again such a crazy plan? We have the battle drill. Let's go. I'm just all in for that. Let's see what they can make this look like? The queen is doing her funneling right there, having to face a lot of damage but staying alive, which is really nice. And now we have the battle drill. That's interesting. That battle drill is supposed to take down a couple of defenses right here. What a cool use. Opening up the wall, but that Tesla farm is dealing a ton of damage to that siege machine, which maybe is not as he expected. He's raising them up. He wants to take down the eagle, that is for sure. Where's the queen going? Where is that queen going next? Is she going to the outside? Where is she? No, she's going in. He has one more wall break. Where is that going in? Where's the wall break happening? What is the plan? Queen? Wait. What is the plan right now? The healers are getting roasted. Buddy, you need to do something. Come on. No way. This is going to be a big rip. I'm not sure what exactly went wrong. If the wall break did not open the right compartment, what exactly went wrong? But this is looking not good for him. And this might be the deciding attack for ETX Esports to really push far ahead. So they're not... ITP team could not catch or cannot catch them anymore. That is the big thing, right? So, we have a single phone tower around the town hall. We have a really... I hate those. Do you hate this? Like, do you hate that as well? Like, if a base is having, like, a different... Like, it looks symmetrical in the first place, but then you take a second look and there's, like, one air and one ground expo behind the town hall. I just hate that. It just triggers my inner monk. I don't know why, but it's just annoying, okay? So, for now, loons are keep pushing through. The ground expo is staying up, but there are so many rat mines. There is so many rat mines, and they are just hitting hard. We have minions at the top side getting more percentage, but at this point, it is not about the percentage. If ITP team would have not gotten the 1-star, this could have been a different story. But just because they had the 1-star in the first place, this is getting out of hands just based on the star game. ETX Esports, with their next attack, they can make sure that they're getting the win, getting into the next round in the upper bracket, which is such a big deal, right? Like, staying in the upper bracket means you're keeping your second health, pretty much, your second tournament health, which is so important. The question is, can this match be turned around? Who knows? I feel like at this point, the only team which could throw it away is ETX Esports on their own, so let's wait for it. Ariam is in. We have mass Electro Dragons. What is going on? Electro Dragons are getting more and more popular in pro matches. So many people are just saying, it is just a noob spam strategy just for safe 2 stars. And yes, they need safe 2 stars at the same time. We have seen so many 3 stars with this strategy. So I cannot wait to see if Ariam can pull this off as well. We have a lot of skeletons though. A lot of skeletons charging into that Flame Flinger. It lost a couple of hit points, that is for sure the case, but wasn't enough to defend this base. We have again a really weird setup. I mean, those bases from ITP team, they're looking different than most of those meta bases, because again, we have a weird setup with those spare towers around the town hall, the expos as well, the ground expos on the far side, which does not really make sense, I feel like, because then you just do the whatever charge or something around the town hall. Either way, we have E-Dragons in. Air Skeletons out there as well. A Rage early on. Nice freeze to make sure that... there's the Invisibility Tower. Nice that it got triggered early, which is always quite nice. Into the Tornado Trap, keeping those Electro Dragons in place. We have the Warn ability now. And as long as those buildings around the town are getting taken care of, this is not looking too bad. Queen on this bottom side getting added. We have more freezes happening in the core. This is not looking too good if I have to be honest, but again, this was mainly for the 2-star. Maybe they have just changed the plan. It's just quite relaxing to watch Ariam how he's playing. I feel like he feels quite relaxed as well with knowing that the 2-star is the only thing he has to go for. So maybe they just said, come on guys, whatever, I would just go for the safest 2-star or whatever. I would just spam E-Dragons into the town hall and look cool while doing so. So it's the 2-star. It is the safe victory for ETX Esports. They don't need to take the risk, right? Like, it does not matter how high you are going to win. It's all important that you only win your match. And There's another rage for the Super Dragon. That's as well something which we see more and more commonly in those pro matches, E-Dragons and Super Dragons. But in this one, it wasn't enough for the 3-star, but it was enough to secure that next spot in the next round. Question now though is, what does ITP team do? Like, can they get another cool attack in? Or what exactly is their plan? ITP team is in again. They are doing, it seems like, a Blizzard Lalo in this one. Let's see if they can pull it off with another 3-star just for, well, I guess a good feeling, because they have a second tournament live, which means this is double elimination. So they are not going to be out after this one. They are still staying in this, which means it's quite important to keep the motivation going and finishing maybe on a high, even though the result of this match is already given. This is not how you want to finish a match, with the Eagles surviving with literally 1 HP. That is unlucky. That is unfortunate. That is not the nicest. But let's see if he can somehow save this. Eagle. Can this Eagle turn things around? That is the big question. The Queen is supposed to walk towards the scatter. We have an invisibility tower behind the Town Hall. So pretty classic setup right there. And the Rage Tower already was taken care of with that Blizzard Blimp early on. Queen is going as intended, or walking as intended. The King is going to be added pretty soon. That would be my guess. We have a nice Golem as well in the mix to tank a little bit. And then we have the Lado going and entering somewhere around the Town Hall, which means the Eagles on the back end, which is not good. It's that kind of is not the nicest for him, because obviously this means that the Eagle is going to shoot non-stop. We have a Giant testing for possible spring traps. We have the Ice Golem in as well. King is walking around the corner. We have the King tanking quite nice. We have one wall break. Where's the wall break going? Is it going to go into the sweeper? That might be the option. And then the problem which he faced early on might be solved, because with that wall break, where's the wall break? He can then target that Monolith, but right now he's just going to take down the Eagle, so it's not the biggest deal that it stayed alive early on. A couple of Eagle shots versus that King. It should be... oh, no way! The invisibility tower went off in this Town Hall, staying alive for now. Another freeze, keeping those troops moving in. We have the Royal Champion inside that Town Hall explosion, which is not the greatest, but take a look at that. We have another freeze still for those loons, and this is looking strong, even though he struggled with that Eagle in the first place. But the Royal... wait a second. Can that multi-inferno tower save this? No, it looks like this is... no, this should be the next 3-star. And just imagine, that would have been not this 1-star in the first place. This match could have been completely different. Such an unfortunate ending. But this means ETX Esports are going to win 12-11 versus ITP team. What a great match. We have seen some cool attacks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then.